As we all know, Week 9 ushered in a fresh set of buys. Teams with buys included the Buffalo Bills, the Cleveland Browns, the Oakland Raiders, the St. Louis Rams, the Minnesota Vikings, and the New York Jets. As always, I look forward to seeing what these teams can do for the remainder of the season. But I don't expect much, except for out of Minnesota Vikings, because the rest of these teams are just trash. Yeah. It's time for the best I ever had undefeated rundown of Week 9. There's only 2 teams to report on. What else is new? We begin with future Hall of Fame quarterback Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts, as they prevailed over the Texans this week and improved their record to 8-0. Next, we head down south to New Orleans, where Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints withstand another tough test and also improved to 8-0. These teams, best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had, best I ever had. You already know what time it is. It's time for the Who's Hotter Than Me prime time performers of Week 9. We begin with Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Josh Freeman. He was 14 of 31 for 205 yards and 3 touchdowns as he led the Bucs to their first victory of the season in the orange unis, I might add. Next, we'll head to Arizona, where Kurt Warner was an impressive 22 for 32 for 261 yards and 5 touchdowns as the Cardinals dominated the Bears. What a helter-skelter team. But the primetime performance of Week 9 had to be the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys walked into Lincoln Financial Field, a place where they had lost 44-6 last year, and dominate the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles fans, don't get scared. It's just a couple of inches. But against the unstoppable Dallas defense, y'all couldn't even pick that up. Dallas Cowboys, ain't nobody hotter than y'all. Let's go. In a new segment this week, I will highlight the top 5 blunders of Week 9. We begin at number 5 with the Green Bay Packers losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Folks, what has happened to the Packers? Legit playoff contenders? I think not. Sorry, that's what they are. At number 4, Kevin Brown, kicker for the Houston Texans. He makes a 56-yard field goal to end the second half, but cannot make a 42-yard game-time kick. Idiot kickers. Next, at number 3, the San Francisco 49ers signing Michael Crabtree. They haven't won a game since, folks. Crabtree is a major jinx. At number 2, the New York Giants losing the game they called a must-have playoff-type victory. You don't lose a game that you highlight as must-win. Terrible. But the number 1 blunder, Philadelphia Eagles coach Andy Reid's challenges. What was he thinking? If your team is not man enough to get a couple of inches, not a yard, but a couple of inches, then you should get the first down. And that's why they weren't rewarded with the overturn of the challenge. I look forward to bringing you more blunders throughout the rest of the season. It's time for the presidential power rankings of Week 9. At number 10, the Arizona Cardinals. At number 9, the Atlanta Falcons. At number 8, the Dallas Cowboys. At number 7, the Denver Broncos. Number 6, the New England Patriots. Number 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 3, the Minnesota Vikings. At number 2, the Indianapolis Colts. And the Royal Presidential Team of Week 9, still, the New Orleans Saints. Woo! I would now like to turn my attention away from the NFL and turn it to UNC Charlotte. As all us 49ers know, last week was the start of the basketball season as the 49ers hosted the Golden Bulls at John C. Smith University. They looked super impressive in the first half, partly because John C. Smith was overwhelmed by the moment. But in typical men's fashion, they don't come back out after halftime and pretty much struggle the whole second half, although the score of 24 points doesn't indicate it. They will need to step it up as this Friday at 7:30 they take on UNC Asheville. So, Charlotte, come out and support the Niners. We need your help. Next, I'd like to discuss the Charlotte Pep Band. We were supposed to go to Duke next week for the preseason NIT tournament, but in typical Duke snob, stuck-up fashion, they find loopholes in the system so that way their beloved Blue Devils can have as much of a home court advantage as they need. Is Duke really that soft to where they'll go out their way to keep the Pep Band, Gold Dusters, and most of the cheerleading squad away? Is their team really not that good? What a shame, Duke. Coach K, what a low blow. That's why Roy Williams is better coach than you are. And lastly, we have less than a month to go this year. I hope everything is going fine. And don't forget, even though we're near the end, you cannot slack up now because this is what really counts. Well, folks, that'll do it for this week's edition of the C.F.Lynch NFL Review Show. I hope you have been thoroughly entertained because I have enjoyed bringing the show to you. So, for everyone in C.F. Lynch Hall, I'm Sean Jones, reminding you to be easy. Peace.